Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Doctor's TV again. Today we have come to learn about the current epidemic, which is Ebola virus. So, as we hear the word Ebola, we have to ask ourselves, why was this virus named Ebola, or the disease called Ebola? So, Ebola is a river which is in the country called the Democratic Republic of Congo, formerly called Zaire. So it's a river in Congo. So the first cases of Ebola virus or Ebola disease were identified alongside that river called Ebola in Congo. That's why the disease is called Ebola. So the virus has different strains. We have the Zaire virus, we have the individual virus, and we have the South Sudan or the Sudani virus. So as you hear, when we say that Zaire, that was the first case of Ebola case. It was 1976. It was identified in Congo, over Zaire, alongside that river of River Ebola. And just of recent, in the early 2000s, there is also a virus that was found in Gov't in Uganda and also South Sudan. So currently, we have an epidemic. This is a sudden outbreak of Ebola virus, and the current strain, which is identified in the patient, it is the individual virus. This does not mean that this disease particularly began in the individual, but the strain or the type of Ebola that is currently being isolated in the patients, it is the individual strain or virus. However, it started all the way from South Sudan, in Congo. So, what are some of the common signs and symptoms of Ebola? The symptoms and the signs of Ebola, they initially begin as fever-like symptoms, flu-like symptoms like malaria, the usual high temperatures, headache, extreme body weakness. But as time goes by, the symptoms tend to go into the gastrointestinal system in the stomach. That's why initially we begin with the symptoms of flu or malaria, extreme weakness, headache, fever, or high temperatures. But later, we develop abdominal related things like diarrhea, vomiting, especially blood diarrhea. You can have blood diarrhea, you can even vomit blood. And to the stages, you bleed from all the parts of the body, from all the openings, the nose, the mouth, the ears, the vaginal opening, the anal opening. You can bleed from anywhere. And what results? There is what we call organ failure. Like some of your body organs start fail to functioning. And what happens? Death results. So there is a there is a vaccine which can be done or can be given to prevent Ebola. However, that vaccine can work for a short time. So it's only given to people who are at very high risk of contracting the Ebola virus. So that vaccine is not given to everyone. Especially it's given to the doctors and other people who treat Ebola. So I hope we can maintain our health well, especially through hand washing using alcohol-based solutions. Unlike COVID-19, Ebola is not airborne. It can only be got through the body fluids, like urine, feces, saliva, body sweats, etc. Thank you for listening. Let's prevent us all from getting Ebola. It's Dr. Steve.